Imagine looking up at the night sky and seeing not one glowing orb, but two. Not a rare alignment, not a temporary astronomical event, but a permanent fixture in the heavens. A second moon orbiting Earth. Maybe it arrived through a cosmic accident, a captured wandering object, or perhaps it formed alongside our original moon billions of years ago. Whatever its origin, its presence would change everything. The tides, the weather, the wildlife, the calendar, even the myths humanity tells about itself would be reshaped under the light of two lunar companions. At first glance, the sky would be mesmerizing. The new moon, slightly smaller and more distant than the one we know, would dance across the sky in a different orbit. Some nights, the two moons would rise together like a pair of glowing eyes staring over the horizon. Other times, one would appear just as the other sets, creating a rhythm that feels almost musical. On rare nights, the new moon would eclipse the old one, casting a strange double shadow across Earth. Photographers would worship the sky. Astronomers would scramble to recalculate everything they once believed stable. But beauty would be the least of Earth's changes. Tides would become wild and unpredictable. Our moon already pulls billions of tons of water around the globe every day. A second gravitational partner means tides wouldn't just rise and fall. They would interfere, amplify, and sometimes cancel each other out. Some coasts would see tides twice as high as anything recorded in human history. Waves could reach farther inland, reshaping beaches, flooding low-lying cities, and forcing entire nations to redesign their shorelines. In other regions, the competing pulls of two moons might result in strangely calm waters, creating dead zones of tidal movement that would starve marine life dependent on currents. Weather patterns would transform as well. Tides don't just affect the oceans, they tug on the atmosphere too. With two moons, Earth's air would shift in new and powerful ways. Jet streams might wobble into unpredictable paths. Storms could strengthen as atmospheric tides reinforce their rotation. Certain regions might see more hurricanes, others more droughts, as clouds begin drifting to the rhythms of a two-moon sky. Climatologists would need decades to understand the new cycles, and even then, forecasts would remain uncertain. In a world where the very sky has changed, wildlife would be thrown into evolutionary chaos. Many animals rely on the moon for navigation, migration, breeding, and feeding. Sea turtles rise from the waves to lay eggs in sync with the lunar cycle. Birds navigate by moonlight. Coral reefs spawn according to lunar phases. Predators hunt when the full moon brightens the savanna. But now there would be two full moons, sometimes overlapping, sometimes alternating, sometimes producing nights so bright it would feel like dusk stretched on for hours. Entire species would have to adapt or vanish. Nocturnal animals might struggle to hide from predators under double illumination. Ocean species could mistime their migrations, triggering cascading collapses in the food chain. Nature's clock, calibrated to one moon for millions of years, would suddenly go haywire. Human culture would fracture and reinvent itself too. Calendars would need rebuilding from scratch. Our current month is based on a single lunar cycle. With two moons drifting in different orbits, months would no longer make sense. Timekeeping might shift to a dual lunar system, where festivals, holidays, and agricultural routines align with both celestial bodies. Ancient mythologies would be rewritten overnight. Poets, artists, and storytellers would find endless inspiration and confusion in the behavior of the paired moons. Astrology would explode into chaos. Even language would change as people invent new words to describe the different alignments, eclipses, and cycles. Still, the most dramatic consequence wouldn't be visible in the sky. It would be buried deep beneath Earth's crust. The gravitational tug-of-war between two moons and Earth could destabilize tectonic plates. Some regions might experience more frequent earthquakes as the ground subtly flexes under varying lunar forces. Volcanoes near fault lines might erupt more often. Over centuries, entire continents might shift slightly faster than they do today. Geological time would speed up just a little, like someone pressing a finger against the natural rhythm of Earth's heartbeat. And then there's the possibility of resonance, a dangerous harmony between the moons. If their orbits ever synchronized in a particular configuration, their combined gravity could create a tidal surge unlike anything Earth has ever seen. Coastlines could be devastated. Ocean currents might flip direction. Cities could drown in hours. Scientists would monitor the skies obsessively, tracking the lunar pair like guardians watching for signs of impending chaos. Yet despite the dangers, humanity would adapt. It always does. People would rebuild homes farther from coastlines. Farmers would learn to plant by the dual moons. Children would grow up believing it is normal to see two glowing orbs drifting above them as they fall asleep. And over time, humanity might even grow to cherish the second moon, not as a threat, but as a companion, a reminder that the universe is unpredictable, breathtaking, and full of wonders that defy expectation. In a world with two moons, life would not be easier. The tides would be wilder, the nights brighter, the storms stronger, and the rhythms of nature more chaotic. But it would also be more beautiful, more mysterious, more alive. And every time someone looked up at the sky, at the twin guardians circling Earth in silent, eternal motion, they would feel, just for a moment, the thrill of living on a world touched by cosmic possibilities.